let's do this one. The who would win of the week this week is Kevin Hart versus Matilda, an all-time battle. Now,
That's a great one.
where the fuck do we even start?
Can I ask a question? 'Cause
Absolutely.
the only thing I think of when I hear like Matilda is that GIF of the little girl with the lollipop going like this. Is that Matilda?
I don't know what you're
I
talking about.
don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think Matilda ever had her hands on a lollipop.
No.
I've seen that movie.
And
she's like
she-
hiding under tables and shit, like stealing cake.
She wasn't like an angry person.
Doesn't she drug her
Her family?
No, her
Is it?
I think I'm thinking of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Bro, those.
That movie fucking
This one.
rules.
That's not Matilda?
No. I don't know what
Let
the
me
fuck
see.
that is. That's not Matilda. That's like white trash Matilda.
I always thought that was Matilda.
So we thought. So you.
thought
so
that
you
was
accepted that chick was about to be fighting Kevin Hart. I don't know what to do with
Goddamn.
this show anymore, man. Oh god.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even close.
No, yeah, Matilda's like... See, that would be what, like, Matilda's sibling, because the whole thing is Matilda is like the black sheep of her family. Her whole family is
Matilda.
kind of like trashy. Yeah.
Is
but
that
she's
Matilda?
like- that's Matilda. That is Matilda.
Okay, yeah. No, I know what I meant. I remember that guy. Does she have a nanny? Or is it a stepmom?
No, she spoilers for Matilda. She ends up getting adopted by one of her teachers. Or her one teacher, Mrs.
Eventually,
Honey or something.
Honeycutt.
Yeah.
Don't
Something
know.
like
I haven't
that.
seen Matilda in like 2 decades, but Honeycutt came to mind.
It's definitely
But
it's
she is
honey.
magic.
It's Honeycutt. We're going with home.
Yeah. That's I would say probably the only difference between these two is that Matilda has the magical ability. Other than that, they're pretty much the stat line's exactly the same. Both of them grew up with a lot of having to face a lot of adversity.
Danny DeVito, huh?
Yeah. Plays her dad and directed that movie.
Holy shit! I need to rewatch Matilda.
Yeah.
Do I?
I don't know. I feel like it's honestly not.
I feel like I get it.
feel like it doesn't hold up. Yeah.
Did they have?
no
They didn't
way.
have a maid or anything. Am I making this up?
No. They didn't have anything like
Are you
that.
thinking of like Mary Poppins or something?
I mean, I'm definitely flirting with that, but
flirting with Mary Poppins.
Flirting with Mary Poppins?
I'm not seeing any honeysuckles, honeycombs, honey licks, honey whatever we're talking about.
But Matilda, so she can
Oh,
move.
Miss Honey. That's literally
Miss
her
Honey.
name. Yeah.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. So she can move things with her mind. She like points her finger and stuff. Does she ever move a person? That's something we should look up because the only things that I can remember her moving are books, which is what nerds would use their superpowers
Books
for.
and herself. There's
Oh,
a
she
point where
lifts it.
she's levitating herself under
So
the
she
kitchen
can't.
table.
It seems like she
Okay.
can't.
That's like the
And
only part I remember.
And I think she like spins some kids around the room as well.
Okay.
But does she ever lift up like an adult?
So this is an interesting question. I think that like, are we Matilda from like the Matilda cinematic universe,
Yeah.
or like
The
present
MCU.
day Matilda,
My MCU is a Matilda.
Yeah,
cinematic
Matilda.
universe. Yeah, hell yeah.
or like modern day Matilda?
No, that's Matilda, man.
Because
Matilda,
she might be able to hone.
I don't
I'm
think
just saying.
Matilda went to Hogwarts or anything like. I mean, she probably did get more powerful, but
Because I'm just
If
thinking
she
because
grew up,
Matilda
but
and
I'm
Kevin
saying-
Hart are probably around the same age right now.
that's interesting.
It's weird to think about, but okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But
Child
this is child
Matilda.
This is Matilda classic.
MCU Matilda.
MCU Matilda. That's right. The one that the MCU recognizes as Matilda. She was there in the fucking on your left in Endgame.
All right.
Matilda came out of one of the portals.
In spite of her age, she is an exceptional telekinetic. It
And
says.
she's also wicked smart.
She is.
She can do
First-
math like that.
And she, like you said, she came up pretty rough. Are we unanimous here? I don't know.
No, I'm not even.
We're
I
just
haven't
getting-
even
well,
thought-
I feel like
I'm,
we're-
I'm trying
I
to make
just-
sure I have all my Matilda facts down.
Yeah.
She accidentally caused. Wait, in the book, she discovers she tips over a glass. She catches some stuff.
Yeah. 'Cause
I'm
she was
trying to see
kind
if
of
she
like
does anything.
neglected by her family. Is the whole Matilda deal?
So this is important to know. Her abilities peak when she is angry. When something angers her, when she
I think it's just
recalls
like
being mistreated,
emotion.
like
her
overwhelmed.
rage over those memories.
Classic like
Yeah.
fire starter shit.
Okay, so it says right here, she was able to move a book and start a car without any problems. It is possible that if she had plenty of practice, she could be able to move larger objects. So we don't see her do it, but the folklore reads that she probably can.
So we'll say latter half of the movie, once she's kind of figured a little bit of it out, versus present day
If Kevin Hart gets her angry enough, yes. Here's the thing about Kevin Hart.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, because he'll be making fun of her.
That was your Kevin Hart?
That's what he would do to make fun of Matilda.
That was because of her finger. That looked a little more like Eddie Murphy. That was weird.
Yeah, but Eddie Murphy does this thing where he crosses the. He's like, "Well, you know what I'm talking about?"
No.
You'll watch an Eddie Murphy, or am I thinking of Chris Rock? I can't remember.
That feels Chris Rock.
Jay Farrow. You know who Jay Farrow is?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So when he does the
I think he does.
I think it's Chris Rock. It's
Yeah,
Chris Rock.
Chris
He crosses
Rock.
his fingers like I don't know why, but it felt right when he did it.
Oh, maybe it is Eddie Murphy now that I'm doing like the.
No,
Now
because
that you're
when he's doing
feeling it.
Eddie Murphy, he's doing this.
Oh, that's right. That's
You know,
right.
the craziest thing is I kind of look like Eddie Murphy.
Dude, that shit. Goddamn. His Eddie Murphy impression is so fucking good. That guy's hilarious. But that's not the black comedian we're talking about.
We're talking about
Kevin Hart.
Here's the thing about Kevin Hart, in my opinion, is like he is obviously a hard worker. We shout him out all the time on this show, but he notoriously makes fun of himself for being like
inadequate
a
physically.
scaredy kid. Yeah, like he talks about how he could never
okay.
fight anybody, or like makes fun of himself for being like afraid of things that most manly people shouldn't be afraid of, right? Like he backs down to a lot of things. And I think that he would be chirping the shit out of Matilda, and the second Matilda like lifted up like one book to throw at him, he would shit his pants. Like he would be like, I'm out, that's it, kill me now, and he would just lay down and just completely accept defeat.
That's probably the book moving thing. Like he'd say something along the lines of like, I've seen horror films. Like I know how this goes.
Yep. Yeah.
Being the one black guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
what they say. So I mean, like he'd see a book move and he might just dip. There may not even be a.
Well, I don't think he would dip. I think he would literally.
He would try to.
I think he would sit down and accept his fate. Like he'd like
He would just give up.
yeah.
You think?
I think he would
I
give
don't
up
know.
so fast.
But you do bring up an interesting point because my first thought is Kevin Hart. He is an in shape dude.
He is.
He's that guy works out a ton, and
that's only
he's
since he
pretty
became
strong.
friends with The Rock.
No, he was still.
yeah.
Pretty,
See
pretty
that's
buff.
what I was about to bring up is he's been hanging out with The Rock so much,
I
and
could change
they
things.
just put out that like Instagram reel where they're slapping
Slapping
each other with the tortillas.
Funny video. Yeah.
And I mean, friends or not, slapping The Rock with a tortilla takes some cojones.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
for
about.
sure.
And I mean, Matilda depends.
on the same level of height. Probably.
I'm gonna rewatch Matilda in the next couple of days, and I'll get back to you guys. We can edit post. You know.
Oh yeah. We'll
You
cut
can
it
vote
in right here.
on Instagram. I am gonna take Matilda because I think the magic has a big part to it, and I also do think that Kevin Hart. A lot of comedians make fun of themselves, and it's all jokes. I don't think Kevin Hart is probably as scaredy cat as he says he is.
Yeah, no.
But I do think that there's a big part of him that does shy away from confrontation and like wouldn't want to. Also, he seems like the type of guy who he would let himself get beat up by Matilda so that he could say, I let Matilda beat me up, and not have to admit that he actually got his
He doesn't
ass
want to
kicked.
get canceled either.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
He's in the public eye a lot.
Yeah, and if
He's
he
been
beats up
canceled,
like
hasn't
a
he?
little, Oh yeah, that's right.
What did
Was he going to be the
He had a tweet.
He said he didn't want
about,
his kid to be
he didn't want
gay
he
or
didn't want
something like that?
Yeah, from like
And then, from
2008
a
or
long
something.
time ago.
Yeah.
And then
they
he was about to host like the Oscars.
Yeah, they
And
fired
they were
him.
like, oh, no, you can't do this.
Yeah,
And he was like, fine.
yeah. No,
And they were like, wait a minute, we decided you can. He was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
um,
I'm going to take Matilda. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Well, I just want to say that I think it's interesting that you brought up Kevin Hart's verbal sparring capabilities because
What if he just demoralizes her?
Yeah,
that's
but no,
what I'm
because
kinda-
She's a child.
She is a child.
Yeah, but she's intellectually above people
You're
of her
right.
age.
And
She's very, very smart.
And she gets a lot of shit from her parents
She's
already.
dealt with a lot worse than Kevin
that's
Hart.
true.
And like, even if
We
he
almost
does
had
get
something.
under her skin, even if he gets her angry, that's worse for him based
Yeah.
off of the intel that I have on Matilda.
Yeah.
The inside scoop from my
Yeah. So I mean, the girl's
Sources.
mind is a steel trap, and she can move things. So yeah, it's got to be Matilda. This
Matilda.
fight would be very funny though. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because she could literally just use books. She doesn't
That's-
have to move a
that's what I'm
person or
picturing.
anything.
Yeah.
She has enough books, just rifling
Oh,
them
yeah.
I wish I could.
at a flailing Kevin Hart.
If you're gonna fight Matilda, do not do it near a library.
Absolutely not.
I wish I could.
That's her version. A library is to Matilda as the ocean is to Aquaman.
I wish I could do a Kevin Hart impression, because I would do exactly like how I feel like him telling the story of him getting his ass kicked by Matilda would go.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I tried, like, immediately thought, I was like, how can I do a Kevin Hart impression? I don't think of Kevin Hart. I think of Jay Farrow doing Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
That's how good he is.
He'd be
at
like,
it.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna. I'll.
I don't think any of us specifically are supposed to try. I caught myself earlier and stopped. I think
I want to because I know what I would say, but I know it would be so bad and so not funny
Yeah.
that I don't want to. But Matilda,
Yeah, I gotta
Matilda?
go Matilda. You can't go against
I think
Matilda.
so.
clean sweep, Matilda.